Well, we're fighting to keep our home and our farm. Our bank basically says, yeah, we're supporting you as long as we don't give you any further help at all. We've been selling things for months to get by. My income's been decimated. It's now down to a sixth of what it was. I've got to go 2 whole years before I get a crop off the 5 hectares of gold that I lost.
In November 2010, Rob Thodes and many other Te Puke kiwifruit growers' businesses came crashing down with the arrival of a vine-killing bacteria, PSA. Like other orchardists, he had invested heavily and taken on debt in order to grow the highly profitable gold kiwifruit variety, Hort 16A. But as Rob and the hundreds of other growers whose orchards have been decimated since have discovered, our gold kiwifruit has no natural defence to PSA. Not far from Rob's orchard is grower Russell West, whose workers were the first to discover the telltale signs of PSA.
I got a phone call from my brother to say, who's the manager, to say that we'd found some funny dieback in the orchard which we hadn't seen before, and would I come down and have a look.
Mr. West arrived to find many leaves with speckled halos on them, but most disturbing of all was the way his vines were dying. Samples were immediately sent for testing, and the results confirmed the start of the industry nightmare. PSA was here.
Very surprised, but terrified really for the industry, because we knew we'd been hearing reports from Italy and what was happening in the 16A gold variety over there. I don't know why we never thought it would come here. We thought the distance was too great. So it was a complete shock that it was here, and the question was, why did it come? We only had one infection point on one vine, and the question was, why here, and how did it get here right in the middle of this artificial shelter cell, right in the middle of this 5.3 hectare orchard?
Yeah.
That was our surprise.
We're here at Ground Zero. It's the very first orchard in Te Puke and in New Zealand to have tested positive for PSA. While it's not known exactly how PSA came into New Zealand, what is known is that we have the same strain of the bacteria as they have in China. What's also known is that less than 150 metres from where we stand is a pollen importing company that was bringing in kiwifruit material from China.
Well, nobody brought the thing into the country purposefully. Yeah. It's a bit surprising that the firewall around the country with MAF wasn't more rigid, more strict. If it did come in with the, was it 2009 consignment? Yeah. If it did come in with that, well, I guess PSA wasn't hugely known about then in this country. Why would MAF allow pollen or anything or flowers or whatever? Why would they let it in? I mean, I don't think the Australians would let anything into their country like that, would they?